So, Hooters, Tilted Kilt, places like that. People say that women objectify themselves. Others say it's fine and it's natural. They don't even mind taking teenagers or even 12-year-old kids, even younger, at places like this. Others view it as a strip club. Women showing off their bodies, sell food, however you want to see it. Now, I saw the show, a great show called Undercover Boss. The boss goes over there to Hooters, talks about stuff, sees how women are being treated, sees one guy as a jerk, a boss is a jerk to the waitresses, he's a misogynist, he just wants that guy, real awful. But here, it comes down to this. And don't think I'm going against women here. I'm gonna, because first it's gonna sound like I'm going against you women, but hear me out here. This is both sides. All right, there's a problem with both sides here, men and women. First, you have women go out there and they put their breast on display, and a guy notices, and like, don't you look down there at me, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm a woman. You're like, well, if you put yourself out there to get that type of attention, and someone notices you're getting that type of attention, it doesn't mean that he wants you or checking you out. It doesn't even mean he's turned on. It just means that he's taken notice that you've decided to portray yourself as a slut or a trashy woman. Sometimes there's classy ways of doing it. Though, you could be sexy and classy at the same time. Lots of times, out here where I'm in Los Angeles, I'll go to Disneyland and see a woman with a see-through white top with her breasts hanging out. You can see her nipples through the shirt. It's inappropriate. She should be kicked out for indecency and should be around kids. You see other women just going to clubs and things like that, fine. But when you dress that way, whether it's a party or not, there's never a time to celebrate you being only an object. And like I said, when a man notices it, it doesn't mean that he likes it or appreciates it, or that he's even attracted to it in any way. He's just noticing what you're conveying to him as far as how you view yourself and where your confidence level, self-confidence level is at. So he notices that you are trying to get attention, that you're trying to show your body in order to, because of a self-confidence issue, and nothing more. You can't get anything from a guy looking there and noticing what you're trying to get him to notice, or a woman noticing what you're trying to get her to notice. People take notice of the things you put out there for them to notice about you. Your actions convey who you are, not what you say. So if you do something and act in a way, you are what you put into action, not what you say. A lot of women, especially at places like Hooters, will say, we're human beings. It's like, exactly. Now you need to realize that. You need to realize that you're human beings and start treating yourself as such. And you need to understand this, as a human being, you make yourself what you want to be. If you make yourself a piece of crap or a slut and act in that way, convey yourself in that way, that's what you are. You are what you do. You are what you choose. But hold on, don't get insulted, ladies. Alright? The thing is that's very true. But to the men, if you see a woman like that, and you see, you go to Hooters and her butt is hanging out, or breasts are popping out, something like that, because she is there presenting herself in such a way that low self-esteem or whatever, or a slut or something like that, hopefully you don't take your kids there. I've heard stories 3 times of people actually taking their kids there, or even their full families, as if it's a family place. But, that's very, it's scary. But let's get rid of that and just look at the woman presents herself in that way. Does it make it okay? I'm not going to say it doesn't make it okay, but I'll tell you this. It does not make it okay for you to treat her as such. If a woman comes off to you as that, she is still a human being. She may bring herself off as that, but you do not know why she's working there. Now, very few of them actually need that job. Most of them are like that because they like it. They like to present themselves in that way. They're going to school, they're going to college, they want the easy way out. They're very sexually active, they don't have much respect for their bodies, they have daddy issues, fine, whatever, fine. They deserve respect too. You don't treat them like crap. You don't say, yeah, you dress like that, you know, you're a slut, I'm going to hit on you, here's my number, and say stupid pickup lines. You don't do that. You help them build confidence and work their way up. They're at that job for a while, they're going to college or something, fine. They want to make something of themselves. A lot of people, and a lot of those women are there, you don't know why. A lot of them do get stuck there. And they're working their butts off. And they feel horrible every day. And they hate that. Every day when they get up, they know they have to go over there and objectify themselves because they want to feed their kids. And they want to make sure their kids have a great education so they don't get stuck doing what their mom is doing. So when that waitress comes up to you, or a woman comes up to you, or anything like that, I don't even care if it's a strip club. Alright? I don't go to those things. I don't like them. Fine. But you know what? There's no reason. There's never a reason to not present yourself or handle yourself like a gentleman and a man of integrity and respect. There's no reason. When you go off and you treat a woman like that, because you chose to treat her like that, because the way she's dressed, or the way she looks, the way she conveys herself, it is not her fault that you chose to be disrespectful towards her. It's never someone else's fault for the way you act towards them. If you do something wrong, it's your fault. I've seen women go out there and just cry because they had to go out and get a job at Hooters because it's the only place that's hiring. And their parents pushed them into it. I knew a guy, his name was Mark Mercer, and his wife. They were my old boss at a drilling company, oil company, I mean. And they were telling her daughter, like, you're a slut anyway. You've already slept with one whole guy in your whole 26 years of living. Just become a stripper, go to Hooters. And they were forcing her to go to Hooters. And that girl, her name was, I'm not going to tell you that, but she really liked me and I really liked her. And she felt so guilty. I ruined everything within her and me just being friends. And her and other friends. And it ruined her life. She never even got that job. Just her parents pushed her into it. It was horrible. She was in a horrible financial situation. Had to get her place back. She lost her car. You don't know why they have that job. And you know what? Who cares? They're there to serve you and give you good customer service. They're not there for sexual favors. They're not there for you to hit on. Compliment them, fine. They're very beautiful. I love that. Okay, can I have this, please? But saying on them and harassing them is awful. We need gentlemen to act like gentlemen again. Be respectable. Women have no reason to respect men anymore. Because of the way you act. I mean, we can go off on women and say, hey, you know, women are like this and like that. And yeah, most of it's true for most women. But not all of them. And you know what? They look at guys the same way because it's true. When I went to Bakersfield, I couldn't believe how much disrespect I saw against women. When I went to Michigan and Indiana, I couldn't believe the things they would say about women, how disrespectful they were. There's no good men out there hardly at all. Shame on you. You'll never pick up a good woman in your life, and you'll never be happy if you're going after the women who like to be hit on and treated like sluts. There was this time, quite a few years ago, I went to a bikini bar in Michigan. It was the closest bar to the house, nowhere else to ever go, so I thought, I'll go in here. I walked inside, it's a bikini bar. I'm like, oh, crap! I'd never been in one before. I didn't even know those things existed. Can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I was there for a while, and at the end I had all 7 employees surrounding me, all of us laughing and talking, and whenever I showed up, they loved it. And I showed up to talk to them like they were my friends. And guys were like, wow, Justin, how on earth do you get these women to talk to you, and why do they always come to you? The boss had to come up and break it off. Why? Because I wasn't trying to hit on them, because honestly, I didn't even look at them or look at their bodies or anything like that. I cared about them for the human beings that they were. And they saw that I genuinely cared about them and who they are. We have males and female bodies, but we all have souls and spirits, and those are the same. When I see a person, I see their soul and their spirit. That's the best way to see someone. We're all souls within bodies. Just because they're in a male or female body doesn't change the way that you act towards them. Just because their brain works a little bit differently than the opposite sex. Treat women with respect. Give them a reason to respect you back. Women like a man that could be a man with integrity. And you know what? Even if it doesn't lead anywhere, it's still worth it just to be a friend with another human being. And that's what it should be about anyway. So if you go to Hooters or Tilted Kilt or any of those places again, I thought Hooters was the only one. I just found out about Tilted Kilts today. You go to those things, remember, those are other human beings, man. You don't know why they're there, why they're working there. And, respect. Treat them with respect. Please. You don't know who they may become in the future, how powerful they will become in the future. And if anything ever happens and you get yourself in trouble or whatnot, you happen to run into that person again and see it's someone you treated like crap in the future, things can come back to haunt you. And by the way some of you guys are treating women, some of you deserve it. Don't do that. You don't want it. Trust me. That's all. Thanks for watching. Be blessed. Bye-bye.